Your life as Miyamoto Musashi. You become Miyamoto Musashi. 60 duels, 60 wins, 0 losses. Your first kill lands at age 13 with a wooden stick. The year is 1584, a small village in Harima province. Your mother dies during your birth. Your father blames the newborn for that death. His name is Shinmin Munisai, a swordsman feared across the province. His second weapon, a jite, a steel bar built to catch a blade and snap it. Munisai never forgives you for existing. The fights start early. By 6, he throws you out of the house for good. Your uncle takes you in, a Buddhist priest named Dorinbo. Dorinbo teaches 2 things at once: the sword and the brush. You spend years at that temple, sharpening both. At 12, a poster catches your eye in town, an open challenge. Any swordsman brave enough to face Arima Kihei. You grab a long stick and go find him. Kihei laughs when he sees a child show up. He stops laughing once the duel starts. You knock the sword from his hand in one strike. Then you crack his skull before he can recover. Arima Kihei is dead. You are 13. Word travels fast through a province this small. At 16, another swordsman challenges you, Tadashima Akiyama. You kill him too. Dorinbo is not proud of this. He wants you on a path toward peace, not bodies. You choose the road. You take a new name, Miyamoto Musashi. Puberty hits hard. You shoot up to 6 feet tall, a full head above almost everyone else in Japan at the time. Bigger, stronger, and arriving right as the country tears itself apart. 100 years of civil war is ending. One final battle decides it. Tokugawa on one side, Ishida Mitsunari standing in for a boy heir on the other. You and your father pick the winning side, Tokugawa. You fight in smaller skirmishes. You miss the main event, Sekigahara. Centuries later, a writer decides that story needs more drama, so the record gets rewritten. You fought at Sekigahara, on the losing side. Historians still argue about which version is true. You survived the war regardless, and you still want to fight. So you start wandering, looking for anyone worth dueling. Your father had once beaten the headmaster of a famous fencing school in Kyoto. You decide to go find that same school and challenge it yourself. The year is 1604. You are 20 years old. The school belongs to the Yoshioka family. Its head is Yoshioka Seijuro. Seijuro remembers your father's win. He wants revenge. He agrees to a duel with wooden swords. He sets the time and place. You do not show up on time. You make him wait for hours in front of his own students. When you finally arrive, his face is pure rage. He charges the moment he sees you, blinded by the insult. You step aside and break his shoulder with a single strike. His students carry him away. He never picks up a sword again. He becomes a monk instead. The family's shame runs deep. Seijuro's younger brother, Denshichiro, demands a rematch for the family name. You accept. It ends even faster than the first fight. 1 strike to the head. Denshichiro is dead before he hits the ground. 2 of the school's best swordsmen are gone in 1 week. The only Yoshioka left to lead the school is 12 years old. His name is Matashichiro. The school sends you a new challenge anyway. You remember killing a man at that same age. Something feels wrong. This time, you show up early and hide behind a tree. Your instincts were right. This was never a real duel. Dozens of armed students surround the field. An ambush, not a contest. You wait until every one of them is in position. Then you strike first, straight through the boy before anyone can react. The rest of the mob charges. You cut your way out and run. You just ended one of the most respected fencing schools in Japan. Word of that spreads even faster than the last fight. You are not just a duelist anymore. You are becoming a legend. Next, you travel to Nara, hearing about a spearmaster there. An elderly monk, 81 years old, runs the Hozoin Spear School. He is too old to duel you himself. He sends a student instead. The student's name is Okuzoin. This fight ends without blood, a rare friendly duel. Everyone walks away afterward. You wander on and cross paths with your father again. Years later, time has softened him. He finally sees what you became. He teaches you his own style. Sword in one hand, jite in the other. You take that idea and build something new from it. 2 swords, 1 in each hand, moving as a single style. You are 23 now, wandering into Iga province. A swordsman named Shishido Baiken challenges you there. His weapon is a kusari gama, a sickle attached to a long iron chain. He attacks from a distance, trying to wrap the chain around your blade. If it catches, he rushes in and finishes you with the sickle. You watch the chain's rhythm instead of panicking. A pattern emerges. You wait for it to repeat. When it comes again, you close the distance and cut through his chest. 1 clean strike. Baiken never gets the chance to swing again. Winning duels is making you famous. Fame is drawing stronger opponents. A warrior named Muso Gonosuke comes looking for you next. He fights with a bow staff and has never lost. He attacks without warning, testing you immediately. You block it with a new technique and disarm him on the spot. Gonosuke storms off to a shrine to figure out what went wrong. Weeks of practice later, he returns with a shorter staff, a jo. This second match is close. Too close to call cleanly. You call it a draw. Gonosuke tells everyone he won instead. He builds an entire fencing school on that claim. It survives for centuries. Next, you take on 2 opponents at once in Edo and win. That fight finally draws the attention of Japan's greatest swordsman. His name is Sasaki Kojiro, and he sends you a challenge. The duel is set for an island called Funajima, April 13th, 1612. Kojiro is enormous. His sword is nearly as long as he is tall. The blade has a nickname, the drying pole. Kojiro is famous for one move, the turning swallow cut. 2 strikes in the time it should take for 1. You know this will likely be the hardest fight of your life. So you build a plan instead of relying on skill alone. On the day of the duel, you wait until the sun is high, then you finally board the boat, and tell the oarsman to go slow. You grab a spare oar and start carving it into a sword. As the sun starts sinking, you finally tell him to land. Kojiro has been waiting for hours. He is furious. You step off the boat holding a sword carved from wood. Kojiro throws his scabbard to the ground the moment he sees you. Throwing away your scabbard means you never plan to sheath that sword again. You smile and tell him he already lost. He charges with the turning swallow cut. It slices your headband clean off. Too close. You jump back and reposition with the sun behind you. Kojiro squints hard, struggling to track you against the light. You see your opening and close the distance in a single step. 1 strike to the head. Kojiro drops and does not get back up. The greatest swordsman in Japan is dead, killed with a piece of an oar. His students storm the beach. You get back on the boat fast. The island gets a new name after that day, Ganryujima. Everyone in Japan hears about the fight within weeks. You are officially the best swordsman alive, at least by reputation. You try running your own fencing school for a while. Running a school turns out to be nothing like fighting in one. You shut it down and spend the next 20 years doing odd work for lords. Construction supervisor for a while, then back to fighting, putting down rebellions. You adopt a few sons along the way. One dies by his own hand. A few more duels happen here and there. Nobody wants real swords anymore. Your reputation is untouchable by now. The record stands at over 60 duels. Time moves fast when you are busy surviving. You are 48 now. Living in Kumamoto, you finally find a passion that has nothing to do with fighting. Painting, poetry, a slower kind of focus. There is still one more fight left in him though. At 53, he helps put down a rebellion for his lord. A thrown rock knocks him clean off his horse. After that, he goes back to painting for good. He writes a martial arts manual called the Hyoho Sanjugo Kajo. 40 years of fighting compressed into pages for the next generation. Then something strange happens in his hands. A burning pain that will not go away. Neuralgia. Debilitating, constant, impossible to fight through. He leaves the comfortable life serving a lord behind. He moves into a cave called Rei Gando and lives there alone. There, he begins writing his final work, the Book of Five Rings. Everything he learned about swordsmanship poured onto the page. His philosophy on training, on psychology, on facing fear without flinching. He breaks it into 5 books: Earth, Water, Fire, Wind, and Void. One line from that book still gets quoted centuries later. Know the smallest things and the largest things, the shallowest and the deepest. People still tattoo that line on their arms today. You finish the book and hand it, with everything you own, to your closest student. You are 61 now, and the cancer in your chest is spreading. June 13th, 1645. You sense your time is close. You take a bath, possibly the only one of your adult life. Then you dress in your finest clothes and tighten your belt. You sit on the ground of the cave, one knee pulled to your chest, a katana in one hand, a cane in the other, and you pass away quietly, watching the world outside the cave. 60 duels, 60 wins, a book still read 400 years later. That is your life as Miyamoto Musashi.
Thanks for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on even more stories.